If anyone wants to see a snapshot of ABM or they want to understand ABM at a very high level, what does it take to start an ABM program or to continue an ABM program? This is the answer. So there are 5 ingredients of account-based marketing. The very first one speaks about the roadmap. In the roadmap, you'll try to bring alignment between sales and marketing team. You will have a very good understanding between them, and they will come to a common expectations out of the program. They'll come to a conclusion on the metrics. They'll come to a conclusion on the responsibilities divided between sales team and marketing team, and also the tools will be discussed, the process will be discussed, the budgets will be discussed. Sometimes a budget between marketing and sales team will be distributed. So all these things will be discussed in the roadmap. And then the second one is about account selection. See, this is like a quarterfinal, semi-final, finals. Assume that, not that roadmap is not important. Roadmap is a foundation, and without that we can't expect anything beyond that. So this is like a quarterfinal. Without winning quarterfinal, you can't go to semi-final, right? So that important account selection is. It will save a lot of time for you, lot of time of your sales and marketing team, because if your account selection is very good and if you're able to identify accounts that are very much in alignment with your target, to be targeted accounts, then your sales team and marketing team can bring out the results with a 4x, 5x, or even 6x, growth within 15 months. So this is something that have been already seen. So account selection, depends upon the kind of criteria that you are. And firstly, account selection depends upon the sources that you have to identify accounts. Are you using intent-based sources? Are you using, funding related sources like Crunchbase? Are you using something like Sales Navigator? Are you using something like Intricately, which gives you a lot on the technographics? So it depends upon the sources. Usually they use multiple sources to get data on technographics, funding, firmographics, and every possible data. The very first one is sources, and then once you define your ICP and also the criteria, because you can't target everyone within the industry, right? Within the multiple industries that will probably have need of your product or service. So you have to have a criteria to fine tune it a little better. And then once you fine tune, also when you have teams that are working on different geographies, different solutions, different verticals, there you need segmenting to assign, to make sure that these accounts go to these people, this team, or this person. That is where segmenting helps. And then scoring. So let's say that you have got a very big list of accounts, or let's say you have got 300 accounts per SDR. Then you can't give away 300 accounts to him or her and say that, hey, these are your accounts for the year, you got to work on this. They don't know where to start, what to prioritize and not. Let's say that you have given 300 accounts, but you're saying these are the top 30 accounts that you have to focus more on. You can contribute more time to these 30 accounts in terms of due diligence, in terms of reaching them, and the rest of the 270 accounts you can probably, this is the kind of effort or focus or time or any kind of sources that you have to use for this. Then they would have an understanding on what is the high priority and what is the next second priority. So that will come out of the scoring. Your scoring algorithms need to be very precise enough that you cannot misjudge an account just because of a small mistake in your algorithm. So this one is also quite important in your account selection. When it comes to content, so how do you reach, how do you communicate? You need content, isn't it? So making a content repository enables your sales team, your marketing team to reach them. So you need to have content assets that are easily customizable, easily tailored for accounts. You need to have campaigns so that they can run campaigns ready-made. They don't have to strategize right from the bottom, right from the scratch, so that they know there is an email campaign, we can run this email campaign to these specific accounts. And the messaging value proposition, they can help in preparing presentations for the for accounts. And then multi-channel orchestrating. See, with accounts with the higher ACV, their customer journey is highly complicated, and it's for sure that they are going to go through multiple channels, and we need to make sure that our orchestration is happening at multiple channels, and we need to enable our ABM, our marketing and sales team with this multiple channel orchestrating, be it email, be it LinkedIn, be it account based advertising, be it executive events, be it email campaigning or anything. We got to try to reach them on multiple channels. That's where content will help you. And the very fourth one is about data. So how do you really understand an account's need, or how do you understand what is that account is looking at? You need to do the research on the account, and that comes under account intelligence. And also at the same time, you need to have an understanding on the industry of that account, isn't it? And that comes about market insights. And at the same time, you need to find out the key stakeholders involved in that account, isn't it? And this is how market insights, account intelligence, and key stakeholder prospecting helps you in the. And the fifth one is metrics. You need to measure every time you do an iteration of ABM, be it a quarterly or half yearly, isn't it? You need to measure what happened with your ABM program, and that's where your metrics come to the role. Your metrics will be of usually 4 categories. The very first one is about reach, the second one is about reputation, the third one is about relationship, building relationship, and the fourth one is all about revenue generation. So when it comes to reach, you could probably talk about the account coverage. When you talk about the reputation, probably you can talk in terms of how many people have engaged at very higher level, like downloads or visits, something like that. And the third one is about building relationship. Building relationship, as in probably you can say that number of accounts that have taken more than one meeting or more than 2 meetings, that probably the organization can decide on these metrics. And the fourth one is about revenue, be it ACV or the number of deals that they have brought, or the average ACV per deal also talks a lot about the revenue. So these are the 5 ingredients of ABM program. By taking a look at this, you can assess yourself if you are ready for the ABM program or not. And if you are not, you can get ready in these 5 aspects.